All right, hey everybody. I hope that you had a great Labor Day weekend, good time with your family and friends, and hopefully you sent me some great pictures. Now I'm wearing an outfit that I hope to be wearing soon on my weekend, and to give you a preview of where I might be at the time of this meeting. But what Chris and Tammy and I thought might be important for the firm, we haven't done in a little while, is to talk a little bit about our firm culture. For a number of years in a row we did that and haven't referred to it in a while. We certainly live and breathe it. Maybe a little focus back to what makes us who we are. That involves obviously a discussion of our mission, vision, and values, and we'll get to that in a second. But I thought I'd play you this segment with a gentleman who's CEO of a company called Kalo, and who is talking about another CEO of Southwest Airlines, Herb Kelleher, who created an outstanding culture, an awesome culture, one that really has been unrivaled in our world. And let's see what he has to say about the culture and the importance to any organization or company.
If you were the CEO of a major U.S. airline, what would keep you up at night? What would keep you awake at night? Just some quick raise of hands.
Bottom line.
The bottom line? The fear of crash? Anything else? Fuel prices maybe? If I were the one, that was what would worry me the most, is staying up at night thinking that this may happen to me. The reality though of the CEO of Southwest Airlines, Herb Kelleher, was this. Herb Kelleher said, what keeps me awake at night are the intangibles. It's the intangibles that are the hardest thing for a competitor to imitate. So my biggest fear is that we lose the culture, the spirit. If we ever do lose that, we will have lost our most important competitive asset. And this is what Herb Kelleher, he's no longer the CEO, but was for almost 30 years, would dream about and think about all the time. Now, Southwest Airlines, why should we listen to them? There's a few reasons why we should listen to them. One of them is that Southwest Airlines, compared to every other airline and every other major airline, has been much more successful in three different arenas. First of all, financially. Last year, they saw 39 consecutive years of profitability. During those 39 years, there were 49 other airlines that went bankrupt. So not only lost money, but they went bankrupt. American Airlines, bankrupt. Delta, bankrupt. U.S. Airways, bankrupt. Northwest Airlines, bankrupt. United, bankrupt. 49. Everybody else lost money during that time. How on earth, in one of the worst industries in the world to do business, did Southwest Airlines have a profit for 39 consecutive years? It wasn't only the financial aspect that makes us want to listen to what Southwest has to say, but it was also how they treated their employees, because in 2010, they were ranked, out of all companies in the United States, the #1 place to work. By their employees, they were ranked the #1 company to employ you. So not only was their financial performance, but they had engaged employees. And lastly, the American Customer Satisfaction Index has ranked Southwest Airlines from 1994, when they first started doing rankings, to now, 18 years, #1 for customer satisfaction. So financially, employee engagement, and customer satisfaction. So it's important to listen to what Southwest has to say. And Herb Kelleher didn't stay awake at night thinking about safety. He didn't stay awake at night thinking about fuel prices. He stayed awake at night thinking about culture, which is my presentation is going to be talking about why it's the most important thing that you can do as a leader or as an employee of your organization, is to get everyone focused on culture, because that will determine your success in those three areas.
So when we think about our firm culture, I think at least Chris and I, and certainly some of the members of the firm who were here when he was, Bonnie and Elaine and Melissa, go back to my father, who didn't talk about firm culture. He didn't talk about his values. He kind of just lived them and was an example of them, and kind of a feeling and a place to work that we've sort of carried forward. Now, obviously, we're a lot bigger than we used to be, but I think that we have carried those standards forward as a firm, and actually sat down some years ago to reduce those to writing, to capture them, to share them with those people both in the firm and outside the firm as we continue to live and breathe them. So we really can't begin the discussion of our vision and mission statements without first addressing the semantic difference between the two. As one gentleman wrote, you get 10 consultants in a room and you may get 10 different answers as to just what the difference is. To distinguish between the vision and mission in our work, we have defaulted back, at least in these people's analysis, to the plain English usage of these words, and the simplest way we have found to show that difference in usage is to add the letters ARY to the end of each word. So that would be vision and visionary, and mission and missionary. We certainly know what these two words mean. A visionary is someone who sees what is possible, who sees the potential. A missionary is someone who carries out that work. Now, these people use this example. Our favorite example of this everyday usage is Jesus of Nazareth. Jesus was a visionary. He saw the potential, the possibilities for making life better. His missionaries carry his work and his words to the world, putting his vision into practice. So one's organization's vision is all about what is possible, all about the potential. The mission is what it takes to make that vision come true, what you will do to make that vision a reality. Specifically with regard to mission, vision, and values, we ask the question, why do they matter? Mission, vision, and value statements are crucial to communicating the who, what, and why for our organization to corporate management, team members, and to the users of our services. Particularly with regard to the mission statement, that is, what do we do? Your mission statement should be a concise statement of business strategy. It should be developed from the customer's perspective, and it should fit with the vision for the business. Describe the overall purpose of our organization, what we do, and who we do it for. Essentially, what it takes for the vision to come true. With regard to the vision statement, that is, why are we here? Your vision statement should be a concise statement of why we do what we do. Your value statements represent statements of how we do what we do. With regard to the value statements, they should reflect the core ideology of an organization, the deeply held values that do not change over time. They should include values the organization lives and breathes in all its activities. So back to the beach. Anyway, I hope that was helpful just as an overview as to why mission, vision, and values statements and our living and breathing them are important for our law firm and for any organization. Chris is here, and I hope that he will now share some thoughts. I know that he also is going to speak specifically to our firm's mission, vision, and values and share what he thinks about them as well. So hope you all have a good meeting, and I'll see you when I get back. Take care.